All right, we're back with more on 99.3 now. Here in for one of Ghost Stress conversation as a lawyer, liberal show, and once people put him right on the air. But you're welcome. My name is Kofi Bartels. We're looking this morning at the Plateau State Court of Appeal judgment or verdict regarding the governorship election in the state. All right, one of us there's no need to to waste your time with a lot of the intro. But the question I asked I guess this morning, I don't know if it's okay. His phone is still. Right, let's just turn to him. Are you there, sir? Can you hear me? Oh my. All right, Barrister, can you hear me, please? Okay, apologies for that. We'll try and get once he comes on. I'll put him on. Anyway, the others in the country, opposition parties, NPP. LP, ADP, probably have to learn from the APC. The lawyer to please tell me what he thinks of appeal sitting over the case involving the presidential election in the APC candidate in and the PD candidate in that election, who incidentally was declared the winner of the governor of Plateau State, that came way of the AC. Of course, the APC had a bit of a clash at let's call it verbal clash. Hello, Barris, are you there, please? All right. They had a verbal following the sacking of Governor Caleb Mutfwang, I say Mutfwang of Plateau State. And, of course, that is not unexpected because high stakes involved in the politics. Nigeria is really high. What I like the way the Punch put it, that was what said. Governor's removal, APC PDP clash has caught because sacks third opposition governor. That's the truth. It's the third opposition governor that has been removed following the 2023 governorship election. We know what happened last week with the Kano State governor. We also know, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Zamfara State governor was also removed by the court. The Zamfara State governor is PDP, the Kano State governor is from NPP, and of course, Caleb Mutfwang of Plateau State is obviously from the People's Democratic Party. What is responsible for the good fortune of the All Progressives Congress governors at the appeal court of appeal, and what is it that other political parties need to get right to also be as lucky as the All Progressives Congress? Is it even luck? Is what I want you to tell me. 070-993-993. 993-0700-993-993. And we're very glad to hear from you. You can call right now and we'll take your calls. All right, we have a next listener on the line. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Welcome. What do we have, please?
I want to come to the program.
Yeah, what's your name? That's what I'm asking.
My name is Kano.
Kano, where listening to us from?
Newcomer.
All right, Kano, welcome.
There is something like luck. They created the luck for APC to ride roughshod over other political parties. The shenanigans going on in Nigeria, especially as related to the election, I saw how to be checkmated before it snowballed into something that will be disastrous. The court gave a ruling that issues that relate to registration or nomination of a candidate by party affair. So no outsider is mandated. Get into that. The Supreme Court ruled on.
All right, your time is up. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate calling. It's one of the questions I was hoping to ask our guest, Ibros Shoma, who is just calling in. Labras Shoma, apologies. We had some difficulty getting across to you.
So you say you are calling me. I've been any missed call from you.
I've been all the same. Let's just quickly take your thoughts on the recent Court of Appeal judgments. Particularly, let's start with Plateau State. We heard from one of our callers who just spoke before you called my line. He's asking, what about the Supreme Court judgments that talked about pre-election matters and matters being private affairs of political parties? Why are we not seeing that play out? For instance, cases like that of Zamfara, probably, yes, Kano and now Plateau. Over to you.
So quickly, you see issues are distinguishable depending on the set of facts. For that of Plateau, if you remember, it is similar to what played out in Zamfara and River State in 2019. Remember in Zamfara and River State in 2019, there was a crisis, internal crisis of the political party there, the APC, between Aziz Yari and Senator Marafa. And so Congress produced the executive members were not conducted as at when due. So they were not conducted within the time for conduct of Congress. And the court held that not conducting Congress, that there were no validly elected officials to now elect candidates who will contest on the party. In Plateau, for example, the Supreme Court judgment that asked the PDP to conduct Congress in 17 local governments. The Congress were not conducted in the 17 local governments. Rather, they did Congress in 5 local governments only. And the basis of that now imposed candidates. So at the tribunal, for the governorship election petition, the court closed its eyes to that Supreme Court judgment, claiming that they didn't want to go into the matters of pre-election matters of the political party. But subsequently, the same tribunal, in hearing the petition of members of the House of Rep and members of the House of Assembly, held that the refusal to conduct Congress was fatal to the nomination of candidates, and so that those candidates were not in the first place qualified, as held by the Supreme Court in that Zamfara case. So some queried those inconsistencies. That in one breath for the governorship, you heard that the Congress it was immature. But for the House of Assembly and House of Reps, you are now holding that failure to conduct congresses was fatal. I think it was in that light that the Court of Appeal came down heavily on judges whether it was incompetent, that the judges of the tribunal ought to have taken cognizance of that Supreme Court judgment, holding that PDP should conduct congresses in 17 local governments, like happened in River. That's the case of PDP. The case of the NNPP, that's the case that now say that this ought not to have even begun to discuss the issue of candidate of the NPP, on the ground that the Supreme Court had laid that matter to rest. In the case of Peter Obi, remember the APC did try contesting the candidature of Peter Obi. The Supreme Court said no, that the candidature of Peter Obi was an internal. Wouldn't let the PDP join the Labour Party. As when he joined Labour material to the APC, that he was it is only the that has the power to conduct the candidature. That also the APC often it also can and will also force. On the ground that the tribunal heard that the INEC and the ballot papers match the INEC, and so that is those ballot papers irregular and expunged. If you look at Section 63 of the Electoral Act, Section 63 and 1 and 2, particularly I want to read sub 2, but let's start from subject to subsection 2, a ballot which does not bear the official mark shall not be counted. The counting of ballot papers.
All right.
But subsection, if the returning officer decide that a ballot paper which does bear the official mark was from a list of ballot papers which was sent to the presiding officer of the polling unit in which the vote was cast at the election in question, he or she shall establish sense of so I wonder those two issues ruled on. I wonder where they got their own precedence from. That's where
yes, very quickly, just because of time, what about the instance that the Supreme Court had the Court of Appeal or the Petition Court had said that the issues that are election matters won't be entertained because the parties and members of the party.
No, in saying that for the judgment of Court of Appeal consistent with the position of the Supreme Court.
What about that of Plateau State?
Plateau State is a different. It happened in Zamfara, where the law conduct progresses, and it could matter when that part of the Supreme Court and it's said that failure to congresses, we shall free candidates. That you should conduct congresses in 17 local, which you fail to do.
All right.
That is not member of a political party.
It's
no longer an issue of the political party.
Yes, Counsel to the PDP, he reached quite interesting. He said the petitions bordered on a nomination, but the judge was talking about sponsorship, which was not contained. What's your take on that?
The issue is the fact that the court have the power to take that notice of judgments of Supreme in respect of issues.
Even when they're not included in the petition?
Look, the response of the APC in this case is that subsisting court judgment that the PDP should congress and failure to conduct those congresses means that the PDP does not account. You don't close your eyes to the judgment of Supreme Court on the police for election. There are procedures for candidates. You must conduct Congress. Congress will produce officials. And these elected officials now subsequently, collaboration with your national, conduct primaries to free candidates. But the absence of a valid Congress foundation for all of the candidates that will be nominated. So the court cannot close eyes to that. Different from when somebody joins a political party, and then they now say, when you join the political party, then you cannot, you were a member, or your name is not on the register, just like Bobby. And the court said, no, in as much as you have said that member, you cannot agree whether you're a member of the political party or not. In this case,
we have to pull the box. I appreciate your time. We'll definitely thank you very much.
Yeah, my pleasure.
All right, Commissioner.
Are you a designer? Do you know football? If you answer yes, then you should pay attention to this. Who knows? You might just win some money while showing your team spirit and creativity. So here's the gist.